Hi, my name is Helen Kellock and I'm an author and illustrator from Glasgow in Scotland. I have the fun job of writing and illustrating children's books like this one called The Star in the Forest, which came out a couple of years ago, and this one which I'm going to share with you today called Out to Sea. Now, I came up with the idea for Out to Sea during a time in my life when I was feeling quite sad and worried. And I would find myself feeling those feelings mostly at night when I would lie in bed. And during that time, I would feel like I was the only person in the whole world feeling that way. But what helped me during that time was to remind myself that that's not true, that everybody goes through ups and downs in their lives. And also that I had lots of people in my life that I could turn to, people who loved me, that I could share those feelings with, and remember that I was not, in fact, alone. And so I decided to write a book about that very feeling. And so we're going to read about Lara, who's my main character, who's going through her own sad time in life. She's recently lost her Nana, who she loved very much. And so we're going to go on our journey with Lara out to sea, where eventually she does find some light in her time of sadness. So let's read that together now. Out to Sea. Lara was tucked up in her cosy bed. It was time to close her eyes and sink into sweet dreams. But Lara couldn't sleep. She lay awake missing her Nana and thinking sad thoughts that had no name or shape. She thought of all the Sundays spent at the beach with Nana, how they always held hands and the way she smelled like strawberries. The thoughts swirled around and around inside her and spilled out into tears that were heavy with blue. Drop by drop, they filled up the room until there was no space left to hold them. Out of her house, past the park and down the street, her tears carried her, leaving behind all that Lara knew and loved. Until she floated far, far away. Out to sea. Lara drifted alone through the night and into days and weeks, and she soon forgot everything that made her feel happy or safe. She could no longer remember the smell of strawberries or the touch of Nana's warm hand. There was nothing but the cold, swirling sea. But then, deep in the dark belly of the ocean, Lara saw something softly shimmer, a glowing pearl waiting just for her. She clasped it in her fingers, pressed it close to her heart, and realised that not all things had been washed away. It was then, when Lara looked up, that she could see she was not alone. Lara remembered the things in her life that still glowed with light and love. She pictured her Nana and smiled. With her pearl safely tucked in her pocket, Lara picked up her oars and set off towards home. This would not be Lara's last time out to sea. There would be other sleepless nights and sad goodbyes. But Lara knew she was not alone and would always find her way back home. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed that story. Now if you'd like to do some drawing yourself, I've uploaded an activity sheet where I've drawn an underwater scene for you that I hope you could fill in with your very own sea creatures. Maybe some turtles, some dolphins, otters, stingrays, and lots of different fish. And maybe whilst you're doing that, you can have a think about who are the people in your own life who join you when you're out to sea. The people who love you, who you can turn to when you're feeling sad or worried. Maybe you could even write their names in your drawing as a reminder to yourself and put it on your wall above your bed. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.